All right, one question I get a lot is, how do I use pacing beads, and what is a pacing bead? Well, pacing beads are a way for you to track how far you've walked over distance. So let's just use an example of, I know that it's 5K from where I'm standing to my car. I need to keep track of whether I've walked those 5K, because if I overshoot my target, I could become lost. If I undershoot my target, obviously I haven't gotten there yet. So I need to be able to keep track of how far I walk as I'm walking. The way you do that is with pace beads. Now, you have to set yourself up for this ahead of time. You need to check your pace count individually. What that means is you need to lay out 100 meters somewhere. Pace counting is done in 100 meters. It can also be done in miles, but it's easier math to do it in meters. You lay out a 100-meter tape or a 100-meter piece of cordage. A piece of paracord will work for this. That's 100 meters long. And you count every other pace as one. So when you step off, that's the first half. When you step down again, that's one pace. And you see how many paces it takes you to walk that 100 meters. And what you should really do is check your pace count uphill, downhill, rough terrain, smooth terrain. Any different terrain features that you might have to encounter while you're walking on a normal basis need to be taken into account. And then you average all of that to figure out what your normal pace count is. For me, it's about 67. So when I walk 67 paces, I've walked 100 meters. So the way this works is you have a set of pacing beads that has 4 beads on one side and 9 on the other. Each one of these 9 beads represents 100 meters. So I only have to count to 67. I start counting. When I get to 67, I drop 1 bead. I've walked 100 meters and I start my count again. I drop another bead. Now I've walked 200 meters. And I follow that repetition until I get to 9 beads down. And on the next 67 count, I've walked 1 kilometer. So with this, I can keep track of 5 kilometers total, because when I get 4 beads down and 9 beads down, I've walked 4.9 kilometers, and the next 67 count is 5K. That's what pace beads will do for you. And having a set with you all the time allows you to do things like dead reckoning for navigation. If you have a direction of travel and a known distance, that's called dead reckoning.